Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Road to Kharkov. Our heroes today are going to be Aerohank, playing for the Soviets, and his opponent is going to be none other than CraveCataclaw, once again playing for the Germans. So, both players are rather good. Let's check their ranks at the time of casting this. CraveCataclaw is sitting at rank number 8 for the Germans. So top 10 player right here. Should be a pretty awesome game. His Soviet play is not far behind. He's actually ranked 20th on that, so pretty good. Very good, actually. I shouldn't say pretty good there. And Aerohank, again, is no scrub himself. He is currently sitting at a rank of 28 for his Soviet, and is also 26 on his German, so pretty good players all around. So we should be expecting a rather good game here. So taking a look at the game, as far as build orders goes, we see that CraveCataclaw has gotten himself his Doctrine right off the bat, and that is of course the Osttruppen Doctrine, as we see Osttruppen flooding the field. However, he is taking the approach that a lot of other players have been doing now, and that is just to use Osttruppen to supplement his troops. So he still built tier 1 and is getting himself Grenadiers. One Grenadier squad already out, second one coming out right now. And the first engagement down south is between conscripts and Osttruppen, so the Osttruppen retreat quite immediately. But yeah, I mean, he's doing it pretty well. He has 2 Osttruppen right now and gotten himself 2 Grenadiers. So the Osttruppens will help him cap and control the map, but they are not going to be the only things fighting on the field, which are currently, well, rather weak, especially after the changes with the houses. I mean, the Osttruppen already got a nerf as far as their capping speed, but the houses have been reduced to 35% effectiveness, so they can no longer just sit in houses and, you know, take up parts of the map with their numbers. So anyways, we see, ooh, wire? Can he lay down? I heard a wire. Where's the wire? I hear a wire. Where's the, oh, here it is. Ooh, very nice. So, CraveCataclaw cutting off this approach. It's a weird place to cut off, but I suppose it's fine. It does cut off the entrance to this house from the other side, I suppose. But it's a weird one, but I suppose it's okay. So he's cutting off that approach to limit the movement a little bit more through these alleyways. So we do see that Aerohank got himself tier 2 and is getting a Maxim machine gun already out on the field, currently hitting the field, and he's also getting a mortar after that, so interesting choices. Right hand side, we now have the first actual engagement. Osttruppens and Grenadiers duking it out near the victory point, sorry. The Osttruppen are getting quite a beating, but the Grenadiers are there to bolster their firepower. But now with another conscript squad and a combat engineer squad moving in to support, the Grenadiers and the Osttruppen are forced to retreat. The Grenadier squad makes it out alive with all their men intact, but just a little bit damaged in the engagement. MG42 for Cataclaw, sorry, is moving over to the left-hand side, going to defend its own strategic point while it captures it and set up to cover this approach. Conscript squad is actually heading straight onto that MG42. The MG42, however, does set up in time and is going to open up on the conscripts. The conscripts get cut out in the open and they get suppressed quite instantly. Maxim machine gun over here in the center of the map opens up on a Osttruppen squad, which is forced to retreat, and the Pios are backing off and are going to set up wire apparently in this approach, so that this section is also not traversable, I suppose. They couldn't always just vault over the wall, but it looks like Cataclaw is wanting to wire off everything. We don't see wire used that often, but it's nice to see it used. Anyways, we see now Cataclaw getting himself a sniper as well, so a very, very combined arms approach here. We got Osttruppens, Grens, MG42s, and now a sniper. That's going to be pretty nice. Aerohank for his part went for tier 2, so he doesn't have the option of getting a sniper, at least not yet, unless he wants to delay his tech even further, so we'll see what happens. Pios and combat engineers engaging in the center. There is a Maxim machine gun there for support, so the Pioneer squad is going to lose that fight. They decide to stay there for a little while and continue to shoot. The Maxim machine gun turns around and is trying to engage the Grenadiers that is flanking them, but they do get the upper hand on the Maxim machine gun. The Maxim machine gun is forced to pack up and move away. The Pios in the center are getting beaten, so they are forced to retreat, while the conscript squad moves in to support the Maxim machine gun that is still getting chased by that Grand squad. The conscript decides to stop out in the open to shoot at the Grenadiers, while the mortar is forced to retreat by the MG42, as it was not able to land a direct hit. Osttruppen and more. Osttruppen just flooding on the field on the left-hand side, coming in for support. Maxim machine gun getting assaulted by the Grens, but the Grens managed to make an incorrect move there and get caught right in the arc of fire of that Maxim machine gun, get suppressed, and are forced to retreat quite instantly. Sniper now moving into the center of the field, getting a little bit of cloak there by the cover. Still not making itself known, but it's moving over to the right-hand side and should be opening up on those combat engineers. No, it decides to move back, and it's probably going to open up on the Maxim machine gun. Nice shot there by the mortar, nails the Osttruppen squad, killing 2 of them instantly. And the sniper is now in range of the Maxim machine gun. He's going to open up, or is it? Yeah, it is. There it goes. Shot goes in, kills one of the support guys on the Maxim machine gun. And the Grenadiers do get caught, but a nice rifle nade there by the Grand Squad brings it down to 1 man. Sniper should be able to finish off the Maxim machine gun, although it decides to move away since the conscript squad was moving in against it. The conscripts continue to push. The sniper is there, takes a shot at the approaching conscripts, and now gets shot back in return. Down to about half health on that sniper, and the conscripts are in hot pursuit. The sniper does get cloaked, but the conscripts know where it is, and they're going in that direction. But the sniper just turns the corner and is now actually quite safe. The sniper continues to get cloaked because of the heavy cover, and the conscripts are just moving around. They're going to decide to simply jump into the house since they have lost track of that sniper, and the sniper is now in the cover of that MG42. Superb maneuvering there by Cataclaw with his sniper, using that cover essentially to keep it cloaked the entire time. Sniper now opens up in the house. The conscripts are holed up. Osttruppen shooting them from the other side, and they're taking quite a beating in there by both the sniper and the MG42. Down to 2 men, they decide to retreat, and there they go on the retreat. Will the sniper catch another one as they move? No, he decides to engage the shock troops for Aerohank since he has gotten himself the counter-attack tactics, and the sniper is just backing off and shooting as he retreats. So the good old scoot and shoot. So he backs off. Once he cools down, takes another shot, down to 3 men, and forces the retreat. But he did manage to get 3 kills on that shock troop squad, doing quite a bit of manpower damage. So nice engagements all around. We have another engagement over here on the northern side. Grenadiers and Pios forcing away a combat engineer, which is currently retreating. There is a mine in the way. The Grenadiers are running straight at it, but they will be fine. There he goes. Nice explosion. Nails 2 of the Grenadiers, but they remain alive, and they'll probably capture the point before they retreat. Center map, we hear conscripts and Maxim machine gun opening up on Osttruppen. The Osttruppen are retreating through the enemy, but they will make it out alive. They are 3. Even though they're weak, they're still 3, so they're fine. Pios with flamethrowers engaging these conscripts out in the open. If I'm not mistaken, the same applies to the old flamethrowers, and negative cover is actually better against flamethrowers. Unless that was changed from Eco, but I haven't actually noticed. Anyways, tier 2 is down for Cataclaw. He gets himself his half-track. That will help reinforce his troops on the fly, especially those Osttruppen that tend to die while they sneeze. Left-hand side, sniper's just moving on its own, unsupported. Gonna go cap that victory point. Mortar set up in the center. Maxim machine gun covering a very weird angle here. And yeah, the sniper just sets up in cloak and is going to try to capture the point. Mortar sets up in the center, and we see the half-track going into the center, getting 18-aided by that conscript squad, but the conscript squad is forced to retreat. A nice shot, shot there by the mortar. Actually nails the half-track as it approached, doing quite a bit of damage, bringing it down to about half health, but it is now backing off, and the Pios are next to it, ready for repairs. MG42 sets up in the victory point just to make it a little bit harder to take. More mines getting laid down by Aerohank as well in this road. This road is a very nice alley to mine. A lot of stuff goes through there, so very nice. And Grenadiers pushing forward, get engaged by shock troops, Maxim machine guns, and mortars, although the Maxim machine gun is looking in the wrong side. And the combat engineers get sniped. They do manage to lay down the mine, however, so at least their mission there was successful. Back at base, we have more stuff being produced for Aerohank. That is another, a AT gun. But, yeah, not a lot going on as far as tech goes. Sniper taking a little bit of a beating there by the shock troops. Do we have a med bunker back at base for Cataclaw? He does have the bunker in place, but it has not gotten upgraded just yet. It'll be a little bit, but he's going to be able to heal up that sniper and bring it out at full strength. Half-track now has the flamethrower upgrade and is pushing into the center. Aerohank currently a little bit cornered in his side of the map. Squad's over here a little bit too clumped up. The flamethrower is going to do a lot of damage here. 18-8 does go off and gets the crit on the engine and the damage on the hull. Maxim machine gun opening up on the half-track as much as it can just to do a maximum amount of damage. The conscripts are split up and are taking both shots from the flamethrowers, but they're not concentrated. Now they move in together and the flamethrower opens up as it can. The Pios move up and are trying to probably get repairs off for the flamethrower as well. So 3 flamethrowers going off, a nice mortar shot there. forces the pilots to retreat, and the half-track is now in a bad spot. The AT gun has been already... Where is it? Wrong side of the field. So the half-track decides to move away and is going to go over to the right-hand side. The shock troops are trying to pursue it. They are doing a lot of damage with their SMGs up close, but the AT gun does finally set up in a nice angle and takes a nice shot. Down goes the half-track, and a small victory there for Aerohank. His troops, however, are a little bit beaten there. He manages to get a kill on a Grenadier squad. Nice shot there by the mortar. Actually nails that Grenadier squad as it approached. Or was that a mine? Well, one or the other. It did a lot of damage to the Grenadier squad and it forces it away at a one-man. MG42, however, does get into range of all the squads and forces the suppression, forces the retreat. Nice mine hit there, and the Osttruppen lose 3 of their men to that. Now only 3 men left. Pushing onto the field, constant squads moving up to support, and that Osttruppen squad is going to take a lot of punishment. Even the AT gun will be able to nail them. The MG42 is forced to retreat. Osttruppen taking shots from the AT guns and the conscript. They are forced again to retreat, now down to 2 men. So Aerohank holds. Down a little bit south, a 3-man Osttruppen squad going for the decap of that fuel point. Get harassed a little bit by combat engineers, and they are forced again to retreat. So CraveCataclaw reinforces and repairs, well no, heals up all his units and is sending them back into the center. We see snipers and pyos moving in with a flamethrower. Ooh, very nice burst there by the flamethrower. Actually nails 2 of those shock troops and forces a retreat. But he now has tier 3, which means he's going to be getting himself a Panzer IV. Panzer IV now being produced at about half way now, and Aerohank is, well, just sitting comfortably there. So a little bit of a lull in the fight. We have snipers and pilots maneuvering in the center, conscripts moving out to the left-hand side for capture, and a conscript on the far right-hand side capturing the victory point. Victory point-wise, Aerohank is suffering right now. He's at about 256, which means he's reaching the midway point there for the victory point. Sorry, for the victory points. And CraveCataclaw is sitting comfortably at 485, which means he has all the time in the world right now. Right-hand side, piles were moving in to intercept whatever was capturing, but it was a conscript squad with veteran C2, which means it gets 40% accuracy, and it does quite a bit of damage to the piles, forcing them to retreat. Left-hand side, combat engineers move forward. They're not getting sniped by the sniper, obviously. And a nice shot there by the mortar, but luckily for the sniper, it actually hits on the other side of that well, and the explosion effect is actually contained, meaning the sniper took no damage. Far north, right-hand side, the Panzer IV makes itself known, and the conscripts are forced to retreat. We have a mine laid down there by Aerohank, which did not get completed, so you can cancel that at any time to get the munitions back. And the left-hand side, we have currently the AT gun and the mortar just defending. Sniper pushing forward, Maxim machine gun set up for the fence. It intercepts a Pio squad as it approaches, and the mortar pushes forward. The sniper sets up, takes a shot. Down goes one of the Maxim machine gun men, and the AT gun is there. Could actually throw an artillery barrage as to where the sniper is. Aerohank is actually aware of where it is. But on the left-hand side, we have a massive flank, 2 Grenadier squads and 2 Osttruppen squads, while a Panzer IV moves in through the front, takes the brunt of the assault, gets 18-aided and damaged with the engine. So the AT gun is turning around to face it, gets a nice shot, turns back around and shoots it right in front of the armor, gets another penetration. The Panzer IV will make it out of its arc of fire before it can shoot, but the AT gun will turn around, and with the damaged engine, the Panzer IV has no chance to escape. But there is a Grand squad and a sniper squad nearby to support. Can they clear out the AT gun before it takes the last shot? They will be able to do that. AT gun will go down, the sniper opens up, down it goes, and the conscripts and Maxim machine gun are all that is left. Rifle A going down on the Maxim machine gun crew, nails it, kills almost everybody, down to 1 man with the sniper support, and the Maxim machine gun is going to be forced to retreat. It's going to get sniped before it does that. The sniper pushes forward, takes a shot, and no, actually nails a conscript on the way, so the Maxim machine gun makes it out alive. Panzer IV is now opening up on the AT gun, but with a KV-1 now on the field, that Panzer IV is doomed and done for this world, although the KV-1 just doesn't manage to shoot anything or hit. Continues to push forward, and a snug is now getting called in. KV-1 bounces off the frontal armor. The Panzer IV penetrates, so the KV-1 has been taking a lot of damage, which it shouldn't need to, but unfortunately for Aerohank, he just doesn't manage to penetrate. And there he goes. Finally nails a nice shot on that Panzer IV and eliminates it. AT gun is still alive, could use with some repairs, however. It did get shot up a little bit by that Panzer IV. Back at base, we have all the infantry just reinforcing. No manpower really on the field for Aerohank. He needs to reinforce, and he's down to less than 100. CraveCataclaw is producing himself a Stug to be able to deal with that KV-1, just essentially to stop it from going into his base. However, the Stug is quite good against the KV-1. It has a lot of penetration and more range than a Panzer IV, but it obviously has to be well supported and be careful. But if the KV-1 is kept at bay with threats of Shreks, or actually gets, critted by a Shrek, Faust, that Stug can actually do quite a bit of work. But anyways, well, Stug now on the field for Cataclaw, so he at least has some type of vehicle, and if used properly, it'll be awesome. So, northern side, we see all the infantry for Cataclaw just moving around, capturing points. Center map, we have a shock troop squad capturing the point, getting shot at by the sniper, but they decide to evacuate the point. And it looks like they're going to try to chase down the sniper. The sniper notices that they are going in the direction, so he backs off and is now going to set up in the middle of the road, take a shot as they move. No, the sniper notices, well, they're a little bit out of my range by the time I try to take the shot, so I'm just going to ignore them and let them move. Center map, more setting up by Aerohank, just defending the position. Conscripts flanking the Maxim machine gun, aiming into the center. Maxim machine gun now at Veteran C2. Veteran C2 for the Maxim machine gun provides it improved suppression and field control, which means it turns faster essentially. And yeah, more suppression is always good for a Maxim machine gun. Conscript pushing into the center. Where's the sniper? The sniper's just laying down in the middle of the road. Opens up, nails one of those conscripts. The conscripts continue to push forward. Looks like they're trying to go for the sniper, but they notice they're in a bad spot, and they decide to retreat. Now down to 2 men on the retreat. Osttruppen and Gren shooting. The Stug makes itself known, and the KV-1 is back here. Looks like now he's going on the offensive. He notices that's a Stug. I think I can take him. No, he decides to stop. It's folly to just simply send it out of its own. So, okay. Left-hand side, shock troops capturing the victory point. Conscripts pushing forward. They're going to run into some Osttruppen. The Osttruppen are now in a lot of trouble. And the conscripts, do they actually have Molotovs? No, they don't have Molotovs. So Molotovs have not gotten upgraded for Aerohank. He is reluctant to get those. Conscripts trying to capture the victory point in the center. Grenadiers, oh, nice shot there by the mortar, but that doesn't nail anybody. It was on target, but they moved. So the conscripts are forced to retreat due to the overwhelming force of infantry there just pushing on them. On their own, they can't really hope to take that by themselves. Conscripts on the left-hand side just capturing more territory. Shock troops moving around. And we have another KV-1 being called into the field. Very nice. Back at base, Cataclaw not getting himself anything else. He did call in a pack gun just to be able to defend against those KV-1s. But the KV-1s are pretty good at actually clearing out pack guns, because with their heavy armor, they can simply just roll straight at him and get behind the gun and take the punishment in the frontal armor, as opposed to medium tanks like T-34s that get pretty beaten up against pack guns. I mean, 2 shots and they're pretty much at a max health. Bunker getting laid down by CraveCataclaw. He's probably going to upgrade it with a machine gun there, just to be able to cover this area more effectively. Combat engineers getting nailed or mauled by the... oh. No, actually still alive. Okay. The combat engineer gets pretty beaten up. The sniper taking some shots as he moves, but he barely makes it out alive with some weird maneuvering, but almost got himself cleared out completely. KV-1's over on the right-hand side, and they are going in for a flank, it looks like. More bunkers getting laid down for Cataclaw. He's wanting to use all his manpower as best as he can. KV-1 sets up and starting to shoot at that at the MG42. The second KV-1 is currently in the center of the map, and there it goes. It decides to go for it. He sees that the Stug is aiming onto the other KV-1. KV-1 still shoots at the MG42, and the KV-1 is coming in for the flank on the Stug. That Stug gets shot on the side armor. There goes the penetration. Continues to move forward, now getting shot in return by the Stug. The Stug is trying to hold the line. Here comes the other KV-1 for the flank, and the pack gun is turned around to face the KV-1 in the center of the map. The center map KV-1 decides to just move around the hedgerow and blocking the line of sight. KV-1 pops in, takes a shot. Stug not that highly damaged, still holding strong, and the KV-1s are gonna fall back for now. Shock troops just holding position a little bit behind that. The MG42 did get pushed away, so this is an opportunity that they have to push into the center. The MG42 did get upgraded on the center bunker. The one on the right-hand side gets upgraded with a med bunker. So medics now on the field for... yeah, that's... wait, hold on. No, that's not a med bunker. That's a... the one that reinforces it. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Well, anyways, shock troops, they were trying to go for the victory point, but they noticed that there's a lot of defenses on the right-hand side, so they are forced to retreat. MG42 as well pushing out there, and the Osttruppen are heading into the center. Conscripts just there for support. The MG42 on that bunker just being an annoyance, and the conscripts are not able to properly fend off these these Osttruppen. Stug moves into the center. We have a conscript squad moving in for a little bit of a flank. The KV-1s are in the center of the road, taking some shots from both the pack gun and the Stug. The KV-1 taking some damage now, forced to retreat now at about half health. And we are... Well, the AT gun moves up and is starting to shoot at the pack gun and the Stug, but doesn't look like it was able to do much. Left-hand side, conscript getting mauled by a Vet 3 Grenadier squad. This squad is not going to make it out. Well, it does retreat, doesn't make it out. Gets shot by the LMG. They're going to take a little bit more damage. The MG42 bunker opens up as well. Down goes one man. Opens up on the center. And they barely make it out alive with you. Very lucky there. Okay. So pretty much the focus of the game right now is over here on the right-hand side. The German mortar gets cleared out. Very nice there by the Soviet mortar. Soviet mortar now actually gets a veteran C3, and that German mortar is left there. The pack gun is currently getting repaired by the Pios. They noticed that it got dinged up pretty badly there. And the KV-1s in the center are getting repaired by combat engineers. There is only one combat engineer squad, however, so that's going to take quite a bit to repair. They are heavy tanks after all. Conscripts reinforcing, moving back out. And what else do we have? We have a second Stug getting produced for CraveCataclaw. And that's about it. So let's see what happens. Victory point wise, Aerohank now down to 207. CraveCataclaw has only bled a little bit. He's down to 468, so he bled about 30 points since the last time we saw him. So yeah, he's still pretty fine, and he has the center point, so he is going to be putting the bleed back on Aerohank. Aerohank now in a spot where he needs to push. Conscripts not being able to do much, and he does have the option of the howitzer, which wouldn't be a horrible choice in my opinion, considering the defensive positions that CraveCataclaw has set up. At the very least, he knows where the bunkers are, so that artillery strike here, that can actually do a lot of damage to those bunkers and take him out. So, you know, obviously he would need the resources to do that, which for some reason it doesn't show up there. Oh yeah, because it's buildable by these guys, so we would see it here. Yeah. That's 600 manpower that he needs to spend, so he does have it available, but, you know, probably not something he's thinking on doing right now. So anyway, center map, we see shock troops just pushing forward. They use a smoke grenade there on the center, but they actually get nailed by the mortar. They've got recruit and are forced to retreat. Left-hand side, Osttruppen just moving around, capturing more points. The mortar opening up as it can. KV-1's holding their line, but we now have two Stugs and a pack gun to deal with. There is an AT gun on the field for Aerohank, but it's back at base, currently getting reinforced. And yeah, that's going to be tough. Let's see if he decides to build that artillery gun, which would kind of help him out here. Mortar, second mortar getting produced for CraveCataclaw, so he wants to go the indirect fire route as well to try to dislodge Aerohank's positions. Nice shot there by the mortars, nailing those Osttruppen. Conscripts just pushing into the center, but again, they're just getting mauled by the MG42 and the shots from the mortars. So a little bit suicidal there by Aerohank, so not the best choice, but well, it is what he's trying to do, just to stop the bleed while he does something. And he is getting himself that howitzer. Very nice. So that could actually turn the tide here. That howitzer has incredible range, so it means he should be able to hit pretty much everything. Let's see, what is the range? Gets all the way back here. There you go. So it doesn't actually reach the base, but it reaches everything else, and this is the area it needs to reach. So he's gonna So left-hand side, Osttruppen going for the cap. We have a conscript squad moving out just to engage them. And center map, artillery field officer gets engaged by the KV-1s, and the KV-1s are going to get spotted. No, actually not spotted by anything. We see a supply drop being used by CraveCataclaw. No, that's not a supply drop. What is it called? It's the redistribute resources. Its high command delivers extra munitions at the cost of fuel. So he's changing his munitions to fuel, and he could potentially use the railway artillery. So we'll see how that happens. Reconnaissance overflight is actually the one being used by Aerohank, and there goes the howitzer, but it hit a weird place. It hit here. I'm not sure where it was trying to hit, but oh well. Nice shot there by the mortar. Nails that the German mortar. The Pios and the Osttruppen, they're forced to back off and reinforce again. Mortar gets cleared out, and yeah, I mean, a little bit of a stalemate here. Aerohank, however, is on the losing end of it. Grenadiers over on the left-hand side do force away something. Conscripts over here at 2 men, getting shot by that LMG. They're going to lose everything if they don't move. Grand Squad, however, is forced to displace because of the mortar shots that are landing on them. And the howitzer is ready to fire once again. But let's see what it decides to fire at. Grenadiers on the left-hand side getting engaged by the Maxim machine gun, but a triple cap goes down once again, down to 136 points for Aerohank, and Cataclaw is in a dominating lead right now. He actually has inflicted more damage, but he hasn't actually killed as much. He's lost more. But I guess that's fine. So there goes the artillery barrage, and it is hitting somewhere around here, but it doesn't manage to hit the bunker, it looks like. Do remember that that howitzer only fires 1 shot. It is very accurate compared to other artilleries, but it is only 1 shot. Infantry still pushes into the center for Aerohank. We also have the Maxim machine gun on the left-hand side. Osttruppen moving around trying to capture with some Pios for support. And we have yet another Stug on the field for Aerohank, so he now actually outnumbers that. Railway artillery getting used in the center for CraveCataclaw, but Aerohank manages to dodge that quite easily, so nothing ends up getting hit. A nice shot there by the mortar, clears out that pack gun, but there's still 3 Stugs to deal with. And the artillery round is getting shot once again. Where's it going to land? Well, nails the mortar once again. Clears it out apparently. And the Stugs decide that it is time to move. Left-hand side, conscripts engaging Osttruppen. The Osttruppen getting shot by the Maxim machine gun as well. So they're going to take quite a beating. They do get suppressed, and the conscripts are just shooting them as they crawl to the ground. Right-hand side, the Stugs have managed to do a lot of damage to that KV-1, forcing them to back off. And the artillery is setting up one more time. I'm going to take it a little bit, but has actually gotten some kills. We see 5 kills for the in infantry. For the howitzer. Combat units to the center, trying to go for the cap. The Grenadiers on the left-hand side managed to push away that conscript squad. It is a veteran C3 squad. Goes the rifle nade right on top of the AT gun. Clears out 3 of the men, but they continue to get shot, and they're now pinned down, which means they're going to take a lot of damage. The howitzer is now fully operational. Opens up. Is it actually going to shoot on the Stugs? We shall see. Here comes the shot, and boom! Nails that pack gun, destroys it completely. Nice shot there by the howitzer. So those KV-1s are in a little bit of a better spot now. They have the option of getting the flank. However, they are very, 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 very damaged. So that means they are not going to be field effective for a little while. Maxim machine gun on the left-hand side decides to retreat. The Grenadiers as well retreated. And we have a railway artillery getting called in. Where? Left-hand side, right-hand side over here by the victory point. KV-1 gets taken out by that Stug. Bad position there for that KV-1. Needed to back off a little bit more. But another KV-1 gets called in for Aerohank. He notices that, he has the fuel and the manpower to call one in, so instant replacement comes down. Second KV-1 is still in the field, but a little bit damaged. Recon overflight gets called in. The howitzer still on the field and ready to shoot. It takes a look at what's on the map, and I'm assuming he's probably going to shoot now. There we go. Shot coming in. Oh, it wasn't anywhere near where it was going to shoot, but hits around the area. Does a little bit of splash damage, but the units are fine. So KV-1 pushes into the center, or well, the right-hand side. I don't know why I said center. But it gets pushed away by a Grenadier squad and 2 of the Stugs. Second KV-1 in the center, not repaired, nothing going down on it, but the conscripts are pushing into the center of the map, trying to capture that point. They do get the decap, so the points do stop bleeding. Down to 63 points for Aerohank. He's starting to lose a lot of time. He's running out of time, in fact. And shock troops, conscripts, and everything pushing into the center. The howitzer is about to finish its reinforcement. Osttruppen squad getting mauled alive, and down goes an Osttruppen squad. Railway artillery getting called in right on top of everybody. Can the guys get it out of there? They're going to retreat. There they go. Does the shot hit? And no, I think they're out of the zone. Yeah, they're fine. So railway artillery shoots and lands right where they were, but it takes them a little bit to get there, so they make it out alive just fine. Howitzer is fully operational. Let's see if a shot goes by or if he just holds it back.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
KV-1's just defending the area a little bit.
Recon aircraft is refusing.
And more conscripts pushing forward. The railway artillery hits something here. And it looks like that was a Grenadier squad. So a Grenadier squad gets nailed by its own railway artillery. And the howitzer nails one of the Stugs. Very nice shot there by Aerohank. The KV-1s should now actually have a shot at pushing forward. There is no pack gun and there's only 2 Stugs. 2 KV-1s should be able to deal with them. This one is currently getting repaired, however, so it looks like Aerohank is going to be a little bit more passive on that. KV-1 shoots into the center while the piles cross the street, and the Stugs are just sitting there, being nice little targets for the howitzer. Howitzer now unlocks Precision Strike. Precision Strike gives it even more, accuracy, I suppose. Stug pushing into the center of the map, trying to support the Osttruppen as they cap. More Osttruppen getting called in. This is a brand new squad, just because they're cheap, obviously. And the Maxim machine gun opens up on the Osttruppen squad as it tries to cap, just trying to get them to suppress and forces them off. MG42 in the field, and where is that artillery piece? The artillery piece, we're going to keep an eye on it with a hotkey. No shots being laid down so far by the howitzer. There we go. Shot is getting called in. Where's it going to land? And boom! Nails where the MG42 was, but the MG42 gets cleared out. KV-1 gets cleared out as well, it looks like. Yeah. Over here on the right-hand side, the Stugs managed to kill off one of those KV-1s. They're just holding strong. KV-1 in the center, almost fully repaired. Should be able to hit the field in a little while another KV-1 could get called in right now by Aerohank just replacing, and that's what he does. So there we go, KV-1's pushing into the center. MG42 no longer a factor, so these conscripts are able to push up a little bit harder. The MG42 bunker, however, is still a threat, but they managed to cap that point, stopping the bleeding at 63 points and starting to get the bleed off on Cataclaw. So Aerohank desperately trying to push into the center of the map. The Stugs now engaging that KV-1. KV-1 getting penetrated on the purple armor. Other Stug gets veteran too. Artillery gets called in by Aerohank, and is it going to nail the Stugs? No, but it nails the bunker. Very nice shot there. So no longer does the infantry have to worry about that MG42, or well, the empty bunker that is. But the KV-1 is forced to back off, taking a little bit of a punishment, but there's now 2 KV-1s on the field. This could be the push that Aerohank needs to send both of them at the same time, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. He goes forward. KV-1 is going straight into the center. The Grenadiers are there to engage it, and the other KV-1 is moving through the road. This KV-1 taking quite a bit of punishment, now down to about 20% health. Gets the flank on the other Stugs, and the KV-1 pushes forward. Second KV-1 continues to move there, out of control on the veteran Stugs, and there it goes. Railway artillery, however, getting called in right into the center of the map. Nails one of the conscript squads, but down to 1 man. Retreats through the blast radius and gets nailed directly by that railway artillery. So a nice victory there by Cataclaw, but a little bit too late, I think, now. KV-1 does die in the center of the map, but there's still another KV-1 left. More railway artillery called into the center, and the KV-1 is over on the right-hand side, taking care of that bunker, making sure that it's no longer an issue. Stug moves in to try to support, but the KV-1 should be able to deal with it quite easily. If he pushes forward, no, but the KV-1 is going to back off, and the infantry is nowhere to be seen for Aerohank. We have a shock troop squad over on the left-hand side going for the capping of the point. Center point getting capped by Osttruppen. So again, Aerohank is going to start bleeding. He is very desperate at this point. He is about to lose. He needs to get control back of the map, especially the center at least. And here comes the KV-1s trying to dislodge those Osttruppen. The Osttruppen are going to die to that KV-1 quite easily, but they are going to be able to capture the point before they die. Stug moves in, shoots at the KV-1, gets a nice amount of damage. Ooh, but the Osttruppen end up retreating before they manage to get the cap, so Aerohank buys himself a little bit more time. Osttruppen, oh, nice shot there by the howitzer, nails the Stug directly point blank, and away goes everything. Even the Pio gets burned alive and dies. So now CraveCataclaw has pretty much nothing left on the field. He has 3 Osttruppen and 2 Grens. Veterans, he's 0 Grens, so these are vanilla guys that are going to get slaughtered by shock troops. This Veteran C3 Osttruppen squad, however, is trying to hold its own against shock troops. The shock troops are Veteran C2. At Veteran C2, they get increased survivability and weapon control, which I suppose is armor and cooldown reduction, so that means they shoot even faster and are much tougher. Grenadiers moving in to try to engage these shock troops, but the shock troops are just brutal. Nice nade goes down, forces them to back off. Doesn't get any kills, but a very nice maneuver there. KV-1 decides to back off and get some repairs. It did do a lot, so it's, you know, it deserves it. Nice shot there by the howitzer, nails the bunker they got laid down, so no reinforcement now to the right-hand side for CraveCataclaw, and I think Aerohank might have done it. He has been able to break the lines of his enemy and is now controlling pretty much all 3 victory points. And the map, Veteran C2 conscripts against Veteran C1 Grenadiers. These guys have increased accuracy, so they should be able to deal better against these Grens. Grens are forced to retreat. Pack-on called into the field for CraveCataclaw just to make sure that that KV-1 does not just roll over him completely. But that howitzer is now back online, so it could shoot at that Pack-on. No, the Pack-on decides to back off. The conscript decides to just simply stay there. And the Pack-on sets up once again. No, backs off. So that howitzer apparently has nothing to shoot at. More Osttruppen flooding into the field. Those are 3 Osttruppen coming in all at once. Will the howitzer nail them? We shall see. The Osttruppen are falling right on top of those conscripts. They're going straight for the center point. They stop. This is a perfect shot here for the howitzer. We shall see if that happens. Come on. Nail it. Yeah, there goes the shot. Here comes the shot. The Osttruppen force a retreat on the conscripts. And here comes the shot. Oh, amazing shot there by the howitzer. Nails an entire Osttruppen squad, the other one down to 1 man. It is Veteran C3, so that's why it barely makes it out. And the shock troops run right on top of the remaining Osttruppen squad, annihilating them as they retreat down to 2 men on the retreat. And the Pack-on actually nailed one of those shock troops, so they're forced to retreat as well. But CraveCataclaw says, that's it, I lost everything that I had to basically deal with this, and that howitzer was amazing. Let's see how much it got. It got 29 kills. That is 2 vehicles, 2 buildings, and 25 infantry. Veteran C2 gives it increased accuracy and rate of fire, so the cooldown on this is reduced. So yeah, that was an amazing amazing thing. So I like the game incredibly, so I hope you guys did too. And but yeah, so anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.